This is ShadowQuant, Stocks, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Wednesday, May 13, 2026, and this is the New York pre-market. Now, let's get into it. Bitcoin just broke below 65,000 for the first time in 2 weeks, but the crypto markets are still in a holding pattern. The broader equity indices are under pressure, with SPY down 0.15% at $738.18, and QQQ off 0.85% at $707.24. The VIX is at 18.38, up 1.19 from the prior session, signaling heightened risk-off positioning. Let's start with the recap. Pulse, you had no gradable call last session.
No call, but I was watching the VIX closely. It spiked, which suggests risk-off positioning.
Grid, you called bullish on QQQ, target 715.25. The actual price was 707.24.
I saw the 200-day moving average at 735.41 and thought the pullback was a buying opportunity. I was wrong.
CIPHER, no call.
I was focusing on earnings, but the market wasn't reacting.
SPECTER, you called bearish on SPY, target 735. The actual price was 738.18.
I saw the 10-day range was tightening and the volume was low. I was right.
Apex, you called bullish on QQQ, target 715.25. The actual was 707.24.
I missed the technical breakdown. I'll be more cautious next time.
Let's break down the market context. The VIX is at 18.38, up 1.19 from the prior session. The 10-year Treasury yield is at 4.42%, stable. The SPY is at $738.18, down 0.15%, with a 10-day range of $708.37 to $740.79. QQQ is at $707.24, down 0.85%, with a 10-day range of $656.59 to $714.59.
The VIX is up, which means the market is nervous. The fear and greed index is neutral to cautious.
The SPY is testing its 10-day low at $731.83. If it breaks below, that's a key bearish signal.
The 10-year yield is stable, but the VIX is still elevated. That suggests macro uncertainty is driving the volatility.
Let's talk about SPY. It's at $738.18, down 0.15%.
The 200-day moving average is at $735.41. If SPY closes below that, it could trigger more selling pressure.
The volume is high, which means investors are actively trading. But I'm watching for earnings cues from the big names.
I'm not buying the SPY right now. The VIX is still above 18, and the 10-day range is tight. A break below $731.83 would be a problem.
Let's move to QQQ. It's at $707.24, down 0.85%.
The 10-day low is at $696.64. That's a key support level. If it breaks, we're looking at a deeper correction.
The sentiment is bearish. The fear and greed index is neutral, but the VIX is up. That suggests traders are avoiding risk.
The tech sector is under pressure, but some names like LSPR and TDIC are up sharply. That could be a sign of rotation.
I'm not buying QQQ. The technicals and the sentiment both point to a potential sell-off.
Let's check out the technology sector. It's at $175.20, down 1.51%.
The 200-day moving average is at $177.42. If it breaks below that, it's a bearish signal.
The volume is high, which means institutional investors are active, but the sector is still under pressure.
the sentiment is cautious. Traders are watching the earnings and the macro data.
Moving to the financial sector. It's at $51.58, up 0.78%.
Financials are outperforming. That's a sign of sector rotation.
The support level is at $51.30. If it holds, that's a positive signal.
I'm not surprised. The market is rotating toward defensive sectors.
Grid flagged the $731.83 support level for SPY, and CIPHER showed that the volume is high. That suggests the selling pressure is real. SPECTER warned about the VIX and the macro uncertainty, which aligns with the technicals and the sentiment.
SPECTER, you pushed back on Grid read on SPY. Let's dig into that.
Grid thinks the SPY is a buying opportunity, but the VIX is still elevated and the 10-day range is tight. That suggests the market isn't ready for a rebound.
The 200-day moving average is at $735.41 and SPY is above that. That's a key support.
The volume is high, which means the selling is real. I agree with SPECTER.
The market is still in a risk-off mode. I'm not buying the SPY right now.
My 24-hour call. QQQ bearish. Target $696.64 by next session.
My 24-hour call, SPY bearish, target $731.83 by next session.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $696.64 by next session.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $696.64 by next session.
My 24-hour call, QQQ bearish, target $696.64 by next session.
The market is still in a risk-off mode, with SPY and QQQ under pressure. The VIX is elevated, and the technicals suggest more selling. Watch for a break below $696.64 on QQQ. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Equities. Stay tuned for the New York session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.